Om Jnanandimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss chapter 18 of Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila. So the summary is as follows. In the village Aritagrama, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu discovered the transcendental lakes known as Radhakunda and Shyamakunda. He then saw the deity Haridev at Govardhan village. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had no desire to climb Govardhan hill because the hill is worshipped as Krishna. Gopal deity could understand the mind of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, therefore, on the plea of being attacked by Muslims, Gopal transferred himself to the village Ganthuli Grama. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to Ganthuli Grama to see Lord Gopala. Some years later, Lord Gopala also went to Mathura to the house of Vithaleswara and stayed there for 1 month just to give an audience to Sri Rupa Goswami. After visiting Nandiswara, Bhavaneswaravara, Shasasai, Khelatirtha, Bhajaravana, Bhadravana, Lohavana and Mahavana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Gokula and then finally returned to Mathura. Seeing a great crowd in Mathura, he moved his residence near Akrura Ghat, and from there he went every day to Vrindavan to see Kaliya Radha, Dadasa, Aditya Ghat, Kesi Ghat, Rasastali, Chira Ghat, and Amritala. At Kaliya Lake, many people mistake a fisherman for Krishna. When some respectable people came to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they expressed their opinion that when one takes sannyas, he becomes Narayana. Their mistake was corrected by the Lord. In this way, their Krishna consciousness was awakened, and they could understand that a sannyas is simply a living entity and not the supreme personality of Godhead. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his bath at Akrura Ghat, he submerged himself in the water for a long time. Balabhadra Bhattacharya decided to take Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Prayag after visiting the holy place known as Sarokhetra. While stopping near a village on the way to Prayag, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fainted in ecstatic love. Some Pathan soldiers who were passing through saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and falsely concluded that the Lord's associates, Bhargava Bhattacharya and others, had killed the Lord with poison and named Datura and were taking his wealth. Thus, the soldiers arrested them. However, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regained his senses, his associates were released. He talked with a person who was supposed to be a holy man in the party. From the Quran, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established devotional service to Krishna. Thus, the leader of the soldiers, named Bijli Khan, surrendered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he and his party became devotees of Lord Krishna. The same village today is known as the village of Pathan Vaishnavas. After bathing in the Ganges at Soro, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at Prayaga at the confluence of 3 rivers, the Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati. So I am going to discuss some of the verses of this chapter 18, verse 4. Arite Radha Kunda Bharta Puche Lokastane Keho Nai Kahe Sangera Brahmana Najane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the local people, where is Radha Kunda? No one could inform him, and the Brahmana accompanying him didn't know either. Verse 5. Tirtha Lopta Jani Prabhu Sarvagya Bhagavan Dui Dhanya Ketre Alpa Jale Karilasana. The Lord then understood that the holy place called Radha Kunda was no longer visible. However, being the omniscient Supreme Personality of Godhead, he discovered Radha Kunda and Shyamakunda in 2 paddy fields. There was only a little water, but he took his bath there. So 113. Jiva Ishvara Tattva Kaguna Sama Jaladagni Rasi Jaiche Spulinge Rakana. Living entity and the absolute personality of Godhead never to be considered equal, just as a fragmental spark can never be considered the original flame. 119. Mrigamada Bastre Bandhe Tabuna Lokai Ishvara Svabhav Tamar taka nahi jaye. As the aroma of deer moss cannot be concealed by wrapping it in a cloth, your characteristics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be concealed by any means. Verse 135. एक दिन सेई अक्रूर घाटे उपरे बसी महाप्रभु किछु करण विचारे. One day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat at the bathing ghat of Akrura Tirtha and thought the following thoughts. Verse 136. এই ঘাটে অক্রূর বৈকুণ্ঠ দেখিলা ব্রজবাসী লোক গোলক darshan kaila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought at this bathing place Akrura saw Vaikuntha, the spiritual world, and all the inhabitants of Braja saw Golok Vrindavan. Verse 189. प्रभु कहे तुम्हार शास्त्र स्थापे निर्विशेष ता खंडी सविशेष स्थापिया जैसे. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, the Quran certainly establishes impersonalities, but at the end it refutes that impersonalities and establishes the person God. 190. तुम्हार शास्त्रे कहे से एक ईश्वर सर्वेश्वर्य पूर्णतः श्याम कलेवर. The Quran accepts the fact that ultimately there is only one God. He is full of opulence and his bodily complexion is blackish. Verse 191. सच्चिदानंद देह पूर्ण ब्रह्म स्वरूप सर्वात्मा सर्वज्ञ नित्य सर्वादि स्वरूप. According to the Quran, the Lord has a supreme, blissful, transcendental body. He is the absolute truth and all-pervading, omniscient and eternal being. He is the origin of everything. Verse 192. सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय तार हित है स्थूल सूक्ष्म जगतेर त्यह समाश्रय. The creation, maintenance and resolution come from him. He is the original shelter of all gross and subtle cosmic manifestations. Verse 193. सर्वश्रेष्ठ सर्वाराध्य कारणेर कारण तार भक्ति है जीवेर संसार तारण. The Lord is the supreme truth, worshipable by everyone. He is the cause of all causes. By engaging in his devotional service, the living entity is relieved from material existence. 194. तार शेष सेवा बिना जीवेर ना पाए संसार ना जाए संसार तार चरणे प्रीति पुरुषार्थ सार. No conditioned soul can get out of material bondage without serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Love at his lotus feet is the ultimate goal of life. Verse 195. मुख्यादि आनंद चार नय एक कण पूर्णानंद प्राप्ति तार चरण सेवन. The happiness of liberation whereby one merges into the Lord's existence cannot even be compared to a fragment of the transcendental bliss obtained by service unto the Lord's lotus feet. 196. कर्म ज्ञान योग आगे करिया स्थापन सवे खंडी स्थापे ईश्वर ताहार सेवन. In the Quran, there are devotion and descriptions of fruitive activity, speculative knowledge, mystic power, and union with the Supreme. But ultimately, all this is reputed and the Lord's personal feature established along with his devotional service. Verse 197. तुम्हार पंडित सवार नहीं शास्त्र ज्ञान पूर्वा पर भेद विधि मध्य पर बलवान. The scholars of the Quran are not very advanced in knowledge. Although there are many methods prescribed, they do not know that the ultimate conclusion should be considered the most powerful. Verse 202. अनेक देखिनु मुई म्लेच्छ शास्त्र हिते साध्य साधन वस्तु नहीं निर्धारित. I have studied the Muslim scriptures very extensively, but from it I cannot conclusively decide what the ultimate goal of life is or how I can approach it. Verse 226. आद्यपांत चैतन्य लीला अलौकिक ज्ञान जान श्रद्धा करी सुन या सत्य करी मान. From beginning to the end, the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are uncommon. Just hear of them with faith and accept them as true and correct. Verse 228. चैतन्य चरित ही अमृतेर सिंधु जगत आनंद भाषा Jarak Bindu. The pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are an ocean of nectar. Even a drop of this can inundate the whole world with transcendental bliss. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.